I'm Turk Strongman, current resident at Mind Devotees Institute. As before, please excuse the dark screen. There is a camera malfunction, but we can still talk, so let's do that. There are 2 points in relation to thought control to which the writer wishes to direct the attention of businessmen and women. First, annoyance from correspondence, and second, annoyance from employees. No businessman or woman, especially one at the head of a large business, can afford to suffer daily vexation from these 2 sources. You must obtain control over them if you are to have that calm, cool outlook which modern business conditions demand. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, take a moment to do it right now. At the same time, activate the notification bell feature to be apprised of our new uploads here at Mind Voltage. Please like and share this video. Make note of the donation by PayPal information in this video's description area immediately below your media player window right now. We are continuing our narration of L.W. deLaurance's The Master Key, Unit 3, Chapter 21. This is the continuation of Lesson 19. Thought control in public. Thought control in business. When a businessman receives a letter which annoys him greatly, he usually gets into a rage and perhaps vents it upon his employees. He reads and rereads the letter until he loses all control over himself, and very often he sends a sting or sharp reply to the letter. A reply, a reply which mature and later judgment will see to be injunctions and prejudicial to his interests. What's the best and wisest course in dealing with such a letter? Well, it's certainly this. Put it to one side instantly as soon as you've read it. It is the mental shock which such a letter gives to one, that one has to get control over. And this is best controlled by attending to other matters. Get away from the letter, and then come back to it later according to the time you are limited to which to send a reply. You may not need to reply until the evening post, or it can maybe go by the midday post. In either event, observe an interval before reading the letter again. If you follow this plan, you will find that the letter will not affect you nearly so much on a second and later reading then. It's probable, too, that you'll see quite a different meaning in the letter on a second reading than you did at the first one. Remember, you cannot deal critically with any matter requiring thought and cool judgment when laboring under the stress of emotion. You must adopt the same attitude when dealing with annoyances caused by your employees. Some employers are foolish enough to storm at their employees right away. Such treatment is often most unjust, and it's always foolish. For it robs you of a great part of your employee's working power for the remainder of that day, and possibly for days afterwards. With regard to annoyances of this kind, you must not attempt to deal with them right away, unless you are sure of yourself. It's better to leave the matter for a time until your anger has subsided. You can then deal with the annoyance calmly and critically, without loss of self-respect or loss of the respect of your employees. Businessmen and women are advised to read carefully the following section, Thought Control in General. For many of the annoyances of business can be greatly controlled by following the advice given therein. Here it is, thought control in general. When you run to catch a train, only to find that when you reach it, a railway station, the train is already gone. You set off for the theater and on arrival find a notice up, house full. You've overslept, have to rush for your breakfast. You arrive at business 5 or 10 minutes late to receive a severe reprimand from your superiors. You arrange to meet a friend who fails to keep the appointment. I need not extend this list. You can supply any number of them for yourself. But these are the little annoyances of life to which all are subject. In all such cases, you suffer disappointments, or you're angry, you blame yourself or some other person for causing you annoyance. How shall you control your feelings in cases like the above? You should understand the matter thoroughly, and this will give you the key. In all such cases, your trouble is caused by continuing to think of the annoying thing. You turn it over and over. Turn it over and over in your mind until your mind is thoroughly inflamed. Now look back on any of the occurrences a week or so after. How do you feel with regard to them? Is their sting as sharp as at first? No. You feel you can look at them quietly without practically any discomfort. This proves to you that in all the above cases, you have been in the grip of an emotion which you were unable to control. Now an emotional state cannot be checked if it gets beyond a certain point. It must be dealt with the instant it makes its appearance, or it spreads with alarming rapidity until it embraces the whole of the brain area. Once this happens, you cannot check the emotion. For all emotional states, as I have said before, tended to persist long after their birth. Under all cases of annoyance, therefore, you must practice turning your mind instantly off the annoyance. The thing is done. You cannot recall it. If you recall cases that have annoyed you, you will probably say, how foolish I was to let that annoy me. Well, very well then. Very well then. Recognize that folly now and apply it to future cases of annoyance. Much, very much can be done in this way. Look upon annoyances as training ground in control, and you will find half of their power to annoy you gone right away. Practice will reveal to you that you can gain enormous control over emotional states. The author advises every student to be like a certain commercial traveler he knows. When he loses an order, he does not brood or worry over it. He will say to himself, worry's no good. I'm off after new business. See the point? You've been disappointed. Forget it. Go forth to new activities. Thought control in ill health. Thought control in ill health is one of the most difficult forms of control, and the reason for this is apparent. When you're ill, mental exertion is extremely difficult. A book which is easy to you when in good health is intolerable when you're ill. Your thinking lacks continuity. You cannot follow the line of argument. Your brain soon gets tired when you're ill. If you make demands upon it, you cause it to send stronger stimuli than you ordinarily need to send in order to contract the muscles. The nervous system is then called upon to lend its aid, and to do this involves a greater intensity of nervous action. Further, when the brain is tired, as it always is when you are ill or your health below par, sad, dispiriting thoughts, how then can any system of control deal with such thoughts? Now, I know for a fact, and you know this for a fact, that there are people who can do this. Yeah. But how do they do it? How do they do it? You will invariably find in all such cases that these people have practiced control over their thoughts when well. Their control on ill health then is simply the work of the law of habit. If you wish to have a measure of control over your thoughts when you are ill, you must lay the foundations by practicing control over your thoughts when you are well. Begin today. Encourage brave thinking, cheerful thinking, sunny thinking, and you will find the benefit of such practice when you are ill. You will find these thoughts breaking in like sunshine through a cloud. When the gloom of ill health surrounds you, you will find them cheer you, inspire you, encourage you to bear with the ill health until they can rouse your powers to overcome it. The above is not mere talk. It is given to you from the personal experience of many. I know the benefits such practice has been to me, and I can assure you that if you will follow my advice, you will know it to be true, should you ever be under the gloom of ill health. Now, there's another point to which I want to draw your attention under this section, and that is the subject of moods. This has an intimate connection with ill or indifferent health. You get up in the morning feeling out of sorts, you feel inclined to be angry or quarrel with everyone. Now, if you allow such moods to go unchecked, they will cause you a great deal of annoyance. Control them as follows. As soon as you find yourself, as above, any morning, refuse to acknowledge the mood. Go downstairs resolved to be bright and cheerful. Do this right away. As soon as you find yourself as above any morning, refuse to acknowledge it. Go downstairs resolved to be bright and cheerful. Greet your people with a cheery good morning and a smile. Carry this attitude with you to business. I can assure you that if you will adopt this plan, you will find it effectual in ridding you of your unpleasant moods. The next subsection, the last one in, lesson 19? Just a minute. Can we go to lesson 20 next right away? Yeah. One more subsection, come in the next video. It's a summary of the lesson 19, of which this is the conclusion of the second of 2. So there will be 3 total. Summary of lesson 19 starting as follows. Students will note that this lesson deals mainly with the character of thought and its influence in your lives. It is also devoted to emotional and sensational states and their effect upon one's thoughts. Again, it deals with thought control in specific situations. We'll continue that in the next video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, right now take a moment to do that, and at the same time activate the notification bell feature to be apprised of the new uploads here at Mind Voters Institute. Please remember to share and to like this video, and by all means make note, take note, make note, the donation by PayPal information in this video's description area immediately below your media player window right now. I'm Turk Strongman, current resident at Mind Voltage Institute. See you in the next video. Be well.